Hi everyone, I'm MaryAnn. I'm a visual artist and voice coach from Singapore, currently in Singapore, and welcome to another installment of my weekly vlog series, Live Your Dreams. So if you're someone who has a dream and you want to make it come true and you're not quite sure how to get started, or maybe you've already started taking action and you're feeling stuck, you're feeling uninspired for whatever reason, and especially if you are an artist or a creative person like me, or your dream has something to do with creativity and the arts, well, this is a vlog series where I share whatever I've learned in my journey of pursuing my dreams, of creating a worthy and meaningful purpose for myself, of going after whatever it is I'm passionate about and creating a life around that. And I hope that by sharing what I've learned and my struggles and my ups and downs and what I have realized over these years in pursuing my dream, that it could help inspire you in your journey, it could encourage you, and overall make you feel less alone as you're going on this journey. I mean, honestly, it is difficult to pursue your dream. It is one of the most difficult things you could ever do in your life. And another reason why it is difficult too is because most of the world doesn't see it that way. And a lot of times people may be supportive of you going after your dreams, but they themselves would just be like, oh, my dream is not for me, I'm not meant for my dream. And it's difficult. It is difficult to be the one of the few people who is going after your dream and going after something you're passionate about, and other people are not really doing that. And not that there's anything wrong with the way everyone chooses to live their life, because it is your choice at the end of the day. I'm just a big advocate of every single person living the best life that they can live, pursuing whatever it is that really matters to them, and creating a life that they can look back at the end of how many years and say that it is really well lived, and they have done everything they really wanted to, and they have no regrets. And that's really what it's all about for me. That's why I'm all about telling you live your dreams and do whatever it is that you want to do, and any ideas that you have or any inspiration that you have about something that you want to test out, something that you want to try, a goal that you want to achieve, take action and start doing it now. And that is the topic for this week's video, that if you have something that you've always wanted to do, if there is a goal you've always wanted to reach, if there is a project you always wanted to start, any idea and that you have any inkling that you have about something, just find a way to take some action and get it done. And this is really important, the taking action part, because if you are a big dreamer like me, and I don't know whether you are or not, but if you are a big dreamer like me, okay, dreamers tend to run the risk of every time we have an idea, we start dreaming about it, which is great, because then you start to see different possibilities that it could take, different permutations of how this thing could play out. The problem is when we stay in that the dreaming stage for too long, and it becomes, the idea becomes, the way we imagine it becomes more concrete in our minds. And because, when we dream about it, we can, it can be very far off down the road. Like, as an example, one thing that I have put off for many, many years now is to start a vlog series, a weekly video series on YouTube, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be a vlog, but just a weekly video series where I put myself, on camera, sharing something about my art, sharing something about my journey, that sort of thing. It's an idea that I've had since 2016, and I never dared to do it because, for one, I'm really camera shy. And I do not like putting myself in front of a camera and speaking in front of a camera, and speaking to a live audience terrifies me. And last year I decided that, I am done being scared of this, and I'm just gonna take some step, no matter how small or no matter how crazy, to find a way to overcome this fear. And now I reached a point where I'm able to, talk on camera as a recording without feeling all that self-conscious, and without worrying about whether I'm really saying the right thing or not, still kind of is there, but a lot less than before, because last year I decided to just do a 100-day vlogging project, and that really pushed me to push past the fear and just get stuff out there and not really think so much about my dream version of it. And because my dream version of a weekly vlog series would probably be one where I'm really funny and really engaging and really lively, and when you watch my vlogs you're gonna laugh out loud and you're gonna want to see more. And I mean, of course, everyone would have that kind of dream if you want to make a vlog series, right? Like, who wants to dream about making a vlog series where nobody watches it, right? Like, that's not the point of making a vlog. um, so in my imaginary world of creating this vlog series, of course I'm going to imagine the best possible outcome and the ideal outcome that I want. And the longer you stay dwelling in that imaginary version of manifesting that idea that you have, the harder it is to get started. Because the reality when you get started doing a vlog series is that chances are only your closest friends are probably going to be watching that vlog, right? Because you're going to put it on Facebook and say, hey, this is my first vlog, and because it is your first one, all your friends, they want to be supportive, they're going to go and watch it. And then the subsequent ones, this is where, because if you want to do a weekly thing, for instance, after a while your friends may not be the kind of people that want to hear your message, so they're not going to tune in as much as before. And if you don't have a huge following on social media, which honestly I don't yet, it can get discouraging to see that, oh, I only got like 3 views on my video, and then the next week you only get 2 views on your video, and then after that it's just like, you know what, why even bother? And that has happened to me so many times. Every single time I want to start doing a vlog series, I just never get started, because after a couple of weeks, when I see my viewership is like not where I imagined it to be, I give up. And this expectation comes about because I spent too much time imagining the outcome of what this idea could bring for me, rather than just taking concrete actions to do it. Like, if you want, I know from watching a lot of YouTube influencers, and every single one of them would say this pretty much the same thing, and that is, it takes years to get that kind of traction and to get that kind of numbers on your viewership when you're creating a YouTube channel. On average, if you're doing a weekly video, if you're releasing a weekly video, it takes about 3 years to actually gain traction. And that is also depending on whether your content is, it has a consistent message, a consistent branding, because our audience is kind of expecting certain things from us. And so you don't want to put like a channel where you have like too many random things that doesn't really land on any specific group of people. I mean, all this marketing stuff, whatever, right? I mean, not whatever, but it is important. If you want to grow your channel, if you want to grow your business, knowing who your ideal client is important. What I'm saying is that when you're starting something, when you have an idea that you want to go after and you want to build something out of it, the key thing is to just take action. Don't overthink it. Just put it together. Like, I know my vlogs right now are not exactly, there's nothing magical about them in terms of, I don't have like any special effects or any special editing to make it more engaging, and I eventually might get there at some point in time later on. I don't know yet. But at this point in time, my goal is just to put out that one video every single week, and that is all that matters. It doesn't matter whether the content is great or whether it's horrible that week. The point is to just put it out every single week. One new video every week. And this isn't the only channel that I am putting out a video. I also have another channel called Find Your Voice. So that's where I talk more about the singing journey and voice coaching and what it really means to, discover your true voice with a capital V, which is still kind of linked to this whole living your dreams type deal. It's just that channel has a lot more focus on singing and using your voice. So I'm basically putting 2 vlogs every single week, and it is crazy. It is a little bit out there, especially since I just started on this. But I also found that by pushing myself to a certain limit, that's also where I grow the most. And so I've, gone through this many years now of trying to start things, and like I would quit halfway. And I've reached a point now where I can kind of tell when what would work for me and what wouldn't. So, giving myself this kind of challenge to really put stuff out there and to create a system around supporting that to make sure it happens too, that's what has really helped. So anyway, the point of today's video is that, whatever idea you have, whatever inspiration that comes to you as a form of something that you have always wanted to try, something that you really want to do, whatever that thing is, whether it's to, make a painting, write a song, record yourself singing something, even like a chorus of a song, writing a short story, writing a poem, making a vlog series like what I'm doing now, whatever that is, just take action. Like, don't wait, don't overthink it, don't start imagining the different possible outcomes that could come from it. Like, just set aside some time and just make it happen. Even in the most basic, simplest form, at least you get it done and you start taking that first step. And from that first step, who knows what you might discover and what else you might learn and what other ideas might come from that. And then you just take the next step, and you take the next step, and you take the next step, and more ideas come, and you take the next step until who knows where you might actually end up. And that is really how this whole journey evolves and unfolds over time. So if you have enjoyed today's video, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can also directly message me through any one of my social media links, which are in the write-ups. And I will see you next week.